Children, it is mathematics daily practice question for day 4. Now you take the first question. In the figure, triangle POQ is similar to triangle SOR. PQ is to RS equals 1 is to 2. Then OP is to OS is. OP is to OS is. Here what is given? PQ is to RS is given, that is 1 is to 2. And what you have to find out? We have to find out that OP is to OP. Where is OP here? OP is here. OP is to OS. It is given that these two triangles are similar. Triangle POQ is similar to triangle SOR. As triangle POQ is similar to triangle SOR, the sides must be in same proportion. So you can say that PQ by RS equals PO by OS. The corresponding sides must be in same proportion. So you can write that OP by OS equals PQ by RS. PQ by RS, and the ratio is given PQ by RS is equals to 1 by 2. That is 1 is to 2. PQ is to RS is 1 is to 2. So you can take PQ by RS is equals to 1 by 2. Therefore OP by OS is also is equals to what? 1 by 2. That is 1 is to 2. What is the answer? The answer is, so write answer. Write the answer. Answer is A. What is that ratio? 1 is to 2. Here these two are the similar triangles. If two triangles are similar, then their corresponding sides are in the same proportion. So the two ratios are equal. PQ by RS must be equals to OP by OS. So the ratios are equals means you will get that OP by OS is also equals to 1 by 2. That is OP is to OS is 1 is to 2. Then you take the second question. The lines represented by x plus 2y minus 4 equals 0 and 2x plus 4y minus 12 equals 0 are, here the four options are intersecting lines, parallel lines, coincident lines and perpendicular lines to each other. Here first let us find the ratio. Now you find the coefficient of x, y and constant, that is you get a1, b1, c1. Here a2, b2, c2. What is a1? a1 is 1, b1 is 2, c1 is minus 4. a2 is 2, b2 is 4, c2 is minus 4. Now you find the ratio a1 by a2. a1 by a2 is how much? Here it is 1 by 2. Then b1 by b2. b1 is 2. b2 is 4. 2 by 4. That is also 2 ones are 2 twos are 1 by 2. Then c1 by c2. c1 is minus 4 and c2 is minus 12. Then you will get 4 ones are 4 threes are, so you got 1 by 3. Here the relation you got a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2 not equals to c1 by c2. If a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2 is not equals to c1 by c2, then which relation holds good here? Whether they are intersecting, whether they are parallel, or whether they are coincident, or whether they are perpendicular, we have to here think. So you can conclude that A is not the answer. When A becomes the answer, if A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2, but here you got A1 by A2 equals B1 by B2. And parallel lines, yes, you can say that this is parallel line. Here the lines represented by these two are parallel line, because you got the relation that A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 but not equals to C1 by C2. So when they becomes the coincident line, they are having infinitely many solution. if A1 by A2 equals B1 by B2 equals C1 by C2. So here which option is the answer? B is the answer. So write answer B, that is parallel lines. Now the third question, if 13 sin theta equals 12, then the value of cosec theta. Here the options are A 12 by 5, C 12 by 13, B 13 by 5, D 13 by 12. Now you take that. Here let us solve roughly. Sin theta equals, you will get 12 by 13. So write that sin theta equals 13 sin theta equals 12. 13 sin theta equals 12 means sin theta equals 12 by 13, and cosec theta we have to find. So we have to find the value of cosec theta. You know that cosec theta is the reciprocal of sin theta. So you can have cosec theta equals 13 by 12 because these two are the reciprocals of one another. So what is the answer? 13 by 12. So take that 13 by 12. So write answer D. What is that answer? 13 by 12. Cosec is the reciprocal of sin. So you got sin theta is equals 12 by 3. Therefore cosec theta is 13 by 12. Now you take fourth question. If cos theta is equals to 24 by 25, then write the value of secant theta. You know that cos theta and secant theta are the reciprocals of one another. If cot theta is given, that is 24 by 25, secant theta becomes its reciprocal 25 by 24. You write secant theta equals 25 by 24. Here the third question and fourth question are of the same type question. Take the fifth question. Write the formula to find the total surface area of the cone whose radius is r units and the slant height is L units. Here we have to write the formula to find the TSA of the cone. And the radius is r and slant height is L. So write TSA of cone equals. Here TSA of the cone means LSA plus area of the base. Area of the base is 5r square and CSA, that is the lateral surface area, is 5RL. Then it becomes 5r into r plus L, that is nothing but 5r square plus 5RL. If you remove 5 outside and r outside, what is remaining in the bracket? R plus L. So this is the formula. TSA of cone equals 5r into r plus L, where r is the radius and L is the slant height. Now the sixth question, state basic proportionality theorem. Basic proportionality theorem is nothing but Thales theorem. Thales theorem is also called basic proportionality theorem. What is the statement of basic proportionality theorem? If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Write that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect other two sides in distinct points. Then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. It is the statement of basic proportionality theorem or Thales theorem. Now you take the 7th question. In the figure, O is the center of a circle, AC is a diameter. If angle ACB equals 50 degree, then find the measure of angle BAC. Here what is given? It is a circle with center O. So AC is a diameter and angle ACB is given, that is 50 degree. Then what you have to find out? We have to find the angle BAC. As AC is a diameter, angle ABC, what is the measurement of the angle ABC? Know that is the angle in the semicircle, so it must be equals to 90 degree. Now the sum of the three angles of a triangle is equals to 180 degree. To get this angle BAC, 180 minus sum of these two angles. So you write in the figure, AC is a diameter, angle ACB equals 50 degree and angle ABC equals 90 degree. Angle in the semicircle. Angle in the semicircle. Therefore you take in triangle ABC, angle BAC equals angle BAC equals 180 minus the sum of 50 degree and 90 degree. So here why we have taken 180? Angle sum property. Angle sum property you take. So angle BAC equals 180 minus sum of these two angles, 50 plus 90 is 140 degree, that equals 40 degree. Now the next question, question number 8, solve the quadratic equation using the formula. The equation is x square minus 7x plus 12 equals 0. Write that equation, x square minus 7x plus 12 equals 0. Here before writing the formula, here the formula, that is the quadratic formula. Before writing the formula, write the values of a, b and c. A equals 1, that is the coefficient of x square, and b equals coefficient of x, that is minus 7, b equals minus 7, c equals 12. Then you write the formula. What is that formula? X equals minus b plus or minus whole root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Then x equals minus, write the value of b. What is the value of b? Value of b is minus 7. So minus of minus 7. Then you write plus or minus whole root b square. b square is minus 7 whole square minus 4, you write 4, and write the value of a and c. A into c is nothing but 1 into 12. AC is a into c, that is 1 into 12 divided by 2a, that is 2 into 1. Then it becomes x equals minus of minus 7. Minus of minus 7 is 7 plus or minus whole root. Minus 7 whole square is 49 minus 4 ones are 4, 4 12s are 48 divided by 2, that equals 7 plus or minus 49 minus 48 is 1. So you write square root of 1 divided by 2, that equals 7 plus or minus, what is the value of square root of 1? Square root of 1 is 1 by 2. So you can write x equals, the two roots are 7 plus or minus 1 by 2 means one root is 7 plus 1 by 2, or x equals 7 minus 1 by 2. So you write x equals 8 by 2, that equals 4, or x equals 7 minus 1, 6, 6 by 2, that equals 3. So the two roots are here 4 and 3. Now the question number 9. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the line joining the points 1, 6, 4, 3 in the ratio 1:2. So now let us consider the points are P of 1, 6 and Q of 4, 3. So you consider x1, y1, these are x2, y2, and the ratio is 1:2. So it is m1, m2. m1 is to m2. Now let us take R is a point which divides the line PQ in the ratio 1:2. Then you take here R of xy equals question mark. So you write R of xy, and the formula to find the coordinates of the point which divides the given line in the given ratio, that you know, the formula is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2 and m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. Then you substitute the values of m1, m2, x1, x2, y1, y2. So m1 is 1. You write in the place of m1, you write 1. m1 x2 means 1 into x2, that is 1 into 4, plus m2 into x1. m2 into x1 means 2 into 1. That divided by m1 plus m2. m1 plus m2 is 1 plus 2. Then m1 into y2. m1 is 1, y2 is 3. 1 into 3 plus m2. m2 is 2, y1 is 6. 2 into 6. That divided by again m1 plus m2 is 1 plus 2 equals. Then 1 into 4. 1 into 4 is 4. 2 into 1. 2 into 1 is 2. 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. Then 1 into 3. 1 into 3 is 3 plus 2 into 6. 2 into 6 is 12 divided by 3. That equals 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 by 3. 3 plus 12. 3 plus 12 is 15. 15 by 3. So you can write that R of xy equals 3 ones are 3 twos are 2. 3 ones are 3 fives are 5 you got. So the coordinates of the point dividing the line joining the points 1, 6 and 4, 3 in the ratio 1:2 is how much? That is 2, 5. Then the 10th question, solve the pair of linear equation by elimination method. The pair of linear equation is 2x minus y equals 5 and x plus 3y equals 6. So you write the equation 2x minus y equals 5 and x plus 3y equals 6. Here we have to solve this by elimination method. In the elimination method we have to eliminate any one of the variable and verify the coefficient of the variable which can be eliminated easily. Here you observe the coordinates of the variable x. In the first equation, the coefficient of x is 2. In the second equation, the coefficient of the x is 1. And for y, the coefficient of y in the first equation is -1. In the second equation is 3. So in both the equation, the variables are not having same coefficient. So we have to convert the coefficient of any one of the variable same. So how will you convert? Here we have to multiply the equation. So you take, this is the first equation, this is the second equation. To make the coefficient of variable x same, you must multiply the second equation by 2. And the first equation already 2 is there. So only you multiply the second equation by 2, or otherwise you can write the multiplying second equation by 2 and the first equation by 1. Because here we must have the coefficient 2, x must becomes 2. So you must multiply whole equation by 2. So write, by multiplying equation by 2. Here why we have to multiply it by 2? Because here we have to make the coefficient 2. So you can cancel x. Then you write, that is 2 into x plus 3y equals 2 into 6. Here we have to multiply both side by 2, that is 2 into x plus 3y equals 2 into 6. Then it becomes 2x plus 6y. 2 into x is 2x, 2 into 3y is 6y equals 12. Now you consider this is the third equation. Now you write the first equation, 2x minus y equals 5 and 2x plus 6y equals 12. This is the first equation, this is the third equation. Now here you can cancel the variable x as they are having same coefficient, and here we have to do the addition or subtraction. And to verify here, if they are having the same coefficient, we have to subtract. If they are having the same different sign, they are having the same sign, we have to subtract. If they are having different sign, we have to add. Here they are having the same sign, that is a positive sign, so we have to subtract them. So you write here, subtracting or directly you can write by 1 minus 3, or also you can do 3 minus 1, because here in 3 the values are larger. That also you can, both are okay here. So let us write 1 minus 3. So write 2x minus y minus 2x plus 6y equals 5 minus 12. Here LHS minus LHS, RHS minus RHS. So you write 2x minus y minus 2x plus 6y equals 5 minus 12. Open the bracket. 2x minus y minus 2x minus 6y equals 5 minus 12 is minus 7. Here they are having different sign. You subtract 5 by 12, you will get 7, and the greater number 12 is having negative sign, so you put the sign minus. Then 2x minus 2x cancels, minus y and minus 6y is there. So you can add them and put the negative sign. As they are having same sign, add them, and minus and minus, the sum of minus and minus becomes minus only. Minus 7y is equals to minus 7. So y equals minus 7 by minus 7. You will get 1. You got the value of y, and substitute the value of y in any one of the equation. So you take, by substituting by substituting y equals 1 in the equation 1 you take equation 1, that is 2x minus y. 2x minus y equals what? 5. That is 2x minus y value take 1 equals 5. Then 2x equals, you transfer this minus 1 to the RHS, that becomes 5 plus 1. So I got 2x equals 6. Then x equals 6 divided by 2. 2 1s are 2 3s are 3 you got. So I got that x equals 3 and y equals 1. Y equals 1. You can verify. Here x equals, you got 3, y equals 1. So if you put x equals 3, that becomes 6. 2 into 3 6 minus 1 5 you will get. Here 3 plus 3 1s are 3 equals 6 you will get. So you got the correct values which satisfies the pair of linear equation. So x equals 3, y equals 1. X equals 3, y equals 1. Then you take next 11th question. Find the area of a triangle with vertices 1 1, 2 3 and 4 5. So let us take the 3 vertices are A 1 1, B 2 3 and C 4 5. Now you write the formula to find the area of the triangle by using the vertices. So you write area of triangle ABC equals 1 by 2 into, what is that formula? 1 by 2 into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. So what are x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3? So you take x1 y1, these two are x2 y2, these two are x3 y3. Now you substitute the values. Then you write 1 by 2 into x1 is 1, 1 you write, y2 is 3 minus y3 is 5 plus x2 is 2, y3 is 5 minus y1 is 1 plus x3 is 4, y1 is 1 minus y2 is 3. That equals half into 1. 3 minus 5 is minus 2 plus 2 into 5 minus 1 is 4 plus 4 into 1 minus 3 is minus 2. That equals half into 1 into minus 2 is minus 2 plus 2 into 4, 2 4s are 8 and 4 into minus 2, that is minus 8. So here plus 8 minus 8 cancels and 1 by 2 into minus 2, so you will get minus 1. So as the area is positive, therefore you write area of triangle ABC equals 1 square units. Here you got minus 1, that is considered to be positive because area is a positive. So area of triangle ABC is equals to what? 1 square unit. Next, take the 12th question. Find the 25th term of the AP 3579. You take the AP is 3, 5, 7, 9, so on. And here what you have to find out? You have to find the 25th term. Then you get the A, the first term, A equals, first term is 3. And D is A2 minus A1. This is A1, this is A2. So you write A2 minus A1, that is 5 minus 3 equals 2. Then what you have to find out? Your nth term, n equals 25, an equals question mark. Then you write the formula for the an, nth term, an equals a plus n minus 1 into d. Then we have to find out E25. In the place of n you write 25. N is 25. You have to find out the 25th term. Then in the place of a you write 3. 3 plus n. N is 25 minus 1 d. D is 2. D is 2. Then A25 equals 3 plus 25 minus 1 is 24 into 2. So A25 equals 3 you write 3 plus 24 twos are 48. Then A25 equals 48 plus 3. 48 plus 3 is 51. Therefore, the 25th term of AP is 51. Children, now you take the 14th question. Draw a circle of radius 4 cm from a point 8 cm away from its center. Construct the pair of tangents to the circle and measure their length. Children, go to the construction chapter. All type of constructions are made in that videos. Follow the video and do the construction. But here let us discuss roughly. In the first step, draw a circle of radius 4 cm and mark the center. Taking O as center, draw a circle of radius 4 cm and from that point 8 cm away, here you mark a point or draw a line of 8 cm length. Consider it is a point P. And here we have to construct the tangent from the point P to the circle. So draw the perpendicular bisector to the line OP. You know the method of drawing the perpendicular bisector. Take more than half from the point O and draw the curve arc above and below. And with the same measurement of the radius without changing the radius, with B as a center, cut the previous curve. You will get a perpendicular bisector which bisects the OP at perpendicularly. Now you draw the circle. The circle must pass through the point O and P. Here OP is a diameter and O is the center of the second circle, and mark the point at which both the circle meet, and that 2 points are the point of contact. Join that point of contact to P. In this way you will get the tangents and measure the length of the tangent. Children, it is a rough sketch, not actually the construction. It is a rough sketch. So you go through the video lessons of the construction and follow this step. Use the scale, compass and pencil to draw the construction. Follow the steps correctly and do the neat construction to get the full marks. The next question, 15th question. Construct a triangle of sides 5, 6, 7 cm and then another triangle similar to it whose sides are 2 by 3 of the corresponding sides of the first triangle. This construction is also done in the construction video. Children, go through the construction video, observe the steps, follow the steps and do the construction. The next question, that is the 15th question. find the mean. Here the class interval and frequency are given. We have to find the mean. Now let us take the class interval and frequency in the vertical column. So you take class interval, frequency, and class mark. Next column is class mark. So you know that this is Ci, this is Fi, and this is Xi. Next we have to get Fi into Xi. Now you take the class intervals 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, next 30 to 40, 40 to 50. The last class interval is 40 to 50. Now you take the corresponding frequencies. They are 7, 5, 10, 12, 6 respectively. You take 7, 5, 10, 12, 6. Then next find the class mark Xi. That is 0 plus 10 by 2. Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. 0 plus 10 by 2 is 0 plus 10 is 10. 10 by 2 you will get 5. 10 plus 20 divided by 2. 10 plus 20 is 30. 30 by 2 is 15. Next 20 plus 30 by 2. 20 plus 30 is 50. 50 by 2. 50 divided by 2 is 25. Next 30 plus 40 divided by 2. 30 plus 40 is 70. 70 divided by 2. 70 divided by 2 is 35. Then next 40 plus 50 divided by 2. 40 plus 50 is 90. 90 divided by 2 is 45. Here you got Xi. Taking the sum of the lower limit and upper limit and dividing that sum by 2. 0 plus 10 by 2. 10 plus 20 divided by 2. 20 plus 30 or divided by 2. 30 plus 40 or divided by 2. 40 plus 50 or divided by 2. Then Fi Xi, that is the product of these two and these two. Then these two and these two and these two. So you take the product 7 into 5. 7 into 5 is 35. Next 5 into 15. 15 5s are 75. Then 10 into 25. 10 into 25 is 250. And 35 into 12. 35 into 12. 35 into 12. 12 5s are 60. 12 3s are 36 plus 6 42. So write here 420. Then the next one 45 into 6. 45 into 6. That is 6 5s are 30. 6 5s are 30. 6 4s are 24 plus 3 27. That is 270. Now you find summation of Fi Xi. That is sum of all this Fi Xi. So you take 5 plus 5 10. Here all zeros are there. 10 means you put 0 here and 1 here. Then 3 plus 7 10. 10 plus 5 15. 15 plus 2 17. 17 plus 7 24. 24 plus 1 25. 25 you write. 2 carry 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 2 10. You got 1050. Then here summation of Fi, sigma Fi, that is sum of all the frequencies. 7 plus 5 12, 12 plus 10, 12 plus 10 22, 22 plus 12, 22 to 24 plus 10 34 plus 6 40. Then you write the formula for mean. Mean equals x bar equals summation of Fi xi divided by summation of Fi, that is 1050 divided by 40, 0 0 cancels, 105 divided by 4, 4 2s are 8, 2 is remaining, 4 6 are 24, 1 is remaining, take 0, 4 2s are 8, 2 is remaining, then 4 5s are. So you got mean equals 26.25. Mean equals 26.25. Children, now you take the 16th question. Prove that the lengths of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. It is a theorem in the chapter circle. Children, go through the theorem and learn the theorem. And it is 3 marks question. And you know that there are 2 theorems in the circle chapter. You will get any theorem to prove. Any one theorem to prove. So learn this theorem perfectly. Now the 17th question. Draw an ogive by more than method for the following data. Here the class interval and frequency are given. We have to convert this frequency to the more than type distribution. We have to convert this distribution to the more than type distribution. Here we have to draw the ogive by taking the lower limit on the x-axis and the corresponding cumulative frequency on the y-axis. So you take more than type distribution. Here we have to take the lower limit. So you take more than 100, more than 200, more than 300, more than 400, more than 500. Here more than 500, you have to write 5, and more than 400, the sum of these two, and more than 300, you have to take, you have to add this. Again more than 200, we have to add this. To more than 100, we have to add this. So you take more than 100, more than 200, more than 100, more than 200. Then you write more than 300. More than 300. Then you write more than 400. Then you write more than 500. More than 500. Then here you can start from above and you can reach here, or you can start from below and you can reach here. If you want to start from upper side to the lower side, here we have to take the sum of these two and we have to subtract this first, after this, after this, after this, after this. Or otherwise you start from downside. So here more than 500, more than 500 is 5. So you write CF more than 500 is 5, you take 5. More than 500 is 5, you write 5. Then more than 400, more than 500 you got 5. More than 400 is plus 10, add 10 to 5, that is 10 plus 5 becomes 15. Then more than 300, more than 300 is, again you add the sum of these 3, so add this 15 to 15, so you will get 30. That is the sum of these 3. 15 plus 10 plus 5, you will get 30. Next, more than 200. More than 200, again you add 12, that becomes 42. And more than 100, 50. So here you got that more than 100, 50. More than 200, 42. More than 300, 30. More than 400, 15. And more than 500, 5 got here. In this way you got the more than type distribution. Now you take this lower limit on the x-axis and the cumulative frequency on the y-axis. So you write here, they are the lower limit and this is, when you take CF on the y-axis, now you take the origin here and here starts from 100, so you take, this is for 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. Here it starts from 5 and ends from 50, so you take 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So you write the scale, what you have taken, scale on x-axis. I have taken 1 centimeter equals 100 units. 1 centimeter equals, you have taken the scale on x-axis, 1 centimeter equals 100 units. And on y-axis, 1 centimeter equals, that you have taken 5 CF, or also you can write 5 units. Then here I have taken 0, 100, 200, 300. Now first one, 150. So here is 100, go straight to 50, here you will get 50. And next 200 is here, 200, that is 42, so you will get 42 here. Next 330, so 300 is here, go straight to 330, you will get here. Then 400 you will get 15, so this is 400, go straight to 15, this is 400, this is 15 here you got. And 505 is here. Now you join all these points to get the more than type ogive. You got the ogive. This is more than type ogive. In this way, by taking the lower limit on the x-axis and the corresponding cumulative frequency on the y-axis, you got the more than type ogive. Now the question number 18, find the solution of the following pair of linear equations by the graphical method. The two equations are 2x plus y equals 8 and x plus y equals 5. Two equations are 2x plus y equals 8, x plus y equals 5. Now you take the first equation, 2x plus y equals 8. So you convert this to the form of y equals 8. Transfer this 2x to the RHS, it becomes minus 2x. Here 2x plus y equals 8 is converted as y equals 8 minus 2x. Then take some value for x and get the corresponding value for y. Take the convenient value for x. So let us take, when x equals 0, then y equals 8 minus 2 into 0. 2x means 2 into x. Here we have taken the value of x is 0. Therefore, in the place of x you write 0. 8 minus 2x. 8 minus 2x means 8 minus 2 into 0. That equals 8 minus 2 into 0 is 0 equals 8. Then when x equals, you take any value, let us take 1. Y equals 8 minus 2 into, in the place of x you write 1. Then it becomes 8 minus 2 ones are 2, 8 minus 2 is 6. Then x equals 2, y equals 8 minus 2 into 2. 8 minus 2 into 2, then it is 8 minus 2 2s are 4. So got 8 minus 4. 8 minus 4 equals 4. So you got when x equals 0, then y equals 8. When x equals 1, you got y equals 6. When x equals 2, you got y equals 4. So you have the chart here, x value, y value. X values are 0, 1, 2. Corresponding y values are 8, 6, 4. You got 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. Corresponding values of y are 8, 6, 4. 8, 6, 4. So you got the set of solution for the first linear equation. Now let us take the second one. What is that? X plus y equals 5. So you write x plus y equals 5. Again you convert this into y is equals to 5 minus x. Y is equals to 5 minus x. Then x equals, you take any values for x and get the corresponding value for the y. Then you write, when x equals 0, then y equals 5 minus 0, that equals 5. When x equals 1, then y equals 5 minus, in the place of x you write 1, equals 4. When x equals 2, then y equals 5 minus 2 equals 3. So for 0, 1, 2, 3, you got the corresponding values 5, 4, 3. Then you have the chart, x value, y value. X values are 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. Y values are 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3. And this is a chart for the second linear equation. Now let us come to the graph. Here draw the two perpendicular axes, x, x dash and y, y dash. This is x, x dash, and y, y dash. It is y dash. Now this is the origin. Here you observe the maximum and minimum here. You know that on the y-axis 8 is the maximum and on the x-axis 2 is the maximum. So you can take here on the x-axis you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Here also you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here you take minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8. And here you write the scale. What is the scale we have taken? Here we have taken 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. On both x-axis and y-axis we have taken the same scale. So you write scale. What you have taken? 1 cm equals 1 unit. Now let us draw the first graph. That is 2x plus y equals 8. First one is 0, 8. So 0 is here. 8 we go to straight 0. This is 0. 0, 8. This is 0, 8. Next 1, 6. 1 is here. 6 is here. Next, so you write this is 1, 6. Then you take 2, 4. Here 2 is here. 2, 4. This is 2, 4. And you join the points 0, 8, 1, 6 and 2, 4. Now let us join all these 3 points. Now you got the straight line for the first linear equation. Now let us draw the straight line to the second linear equation. The first pair of point is 0, 5. So 0 is here, 5 comes here. This is 0, 5. Next 1, 4. 1, 4 comes here. This is 1, 4. Next 2, 3. 2, 3. This is 2, 3. Now let us join all these 3 points. Now you got intersecting lines. So this is a graph for 2x plus y equals 8 and this is a graph of this straight line of x plus y equals 5. Now both this point meet at this point. So here get the x value and y value. X value is 3 and y value is 2. So you write the solution. Here x equals 3, y equals 2. X equals 3, y equals 2. So you write the solution. Solution is x equals 3, y equals 2. You can verify here. Here x equals 3 means 2 3 is a plus 2. 2 3 is 6 plus 2 8 you will get. Here 3 plus 2 5 you will get. So you got the solution which satisfies both the equation, and these two are the intersecting lines. So you got one solution here. X equals 3 and y equals 2 are the values you got here. That is the solution of the given linear equation. Now the 19th question, state and prove Pythagoras theorem. Children, it is a theorem in the chapter triangle. This theorem is already proved in the video lesson of the chapter triangle, and you go through the statement and proof of the video lesson of the Pythagoras theorem which is in the triangle chapter and learn the statement and proof. It is a 4 marks or 5 marks question. If you learn perfectly, you will get complete 4 or 5 marks. So children, go through the video lesson of the statement and proof of the Pythagoras theorem in the triangle chapter.